Hey guys, Jake1 here with another Pokemon Renegade Platinum video on my RuneScape channel. Pretty soon I'm going to make this into a Pokemon channel instead. Or separate ones, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is kind of just a video, more so for me, just to kind of watch back what happened and comment on it and, you know, figure out where I could have played better or stuff that was good or, you know, all that good stuff, I guess. So yeah, this is the Cyrus back-to-back battles in Distortion World. So the first battle is the 2 level 70, you know, Palkia, Dialga, and then the second battle is his full team of 6. There's no break in between. You do get healed, but pretty much I had to set my roster a certain way to accommodate both fights. A lot of people told me that, you know, my Lodic, Infernape, you know, those guys were Love Disc, really good for this fight, but I lost my Melodic and my Infernape to optional double battles, so definitely learned a lot on this run, and I haven't been able to get a Love Disc yet. And we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel of my box. I've still got some good stuff like Dragonite, Polygraph, Adaptability, Typhlosion, and Metagross are kind of they're like the core 4, pretty much. And to be honest with you guys, this fight scared me. These 2 fights, because my last 3 battles, not counting the 12v12, I've lost, I think, 7 Pokemon in total. So that was Candace, Cyrus in the Galactic Headquarters, and Saturn in the Galactic Headquarters. And it was just to dumb stuff. You know, like with Cyrus, I just thought, oh, I'll just set up a Dragonite with Marvel Scale, poison myself, he can't hurt me. And then he crits me. You know, so it's just silly stuff that really throws a wrench into plans, and Saturn was just kind of just being dumb. So this is actually the first set of battles I've fully calced out, or calced to the point where I can predict what's going to happen, and then at a certain point it's just, you know, go with the flow. This is definitely a game changer for me, because I'd been hesitant to do it before, but honestly I really enjoyed the planning that went into this, and you know, I ended up just taking my whole box and EV training everything, even my Unknown and Shedinja, which I don't intend to use. Just EV trained everything just to see what I have. And I actually, you know, had some thoughts. I still want to do a setup strat on Cyrus, so I just thought, oh, okay, well, I've got Metagross, surely Swords Dance and Agility. You know, I can take advantage of Crobat's Choice Band and force him into a poison move, switch into Metagross, and easy, he can't touch me. So I kind of based my whole plan for both fights around that, only to find out that, oh, Metagross actually can't learn Swords Dance or Bulk Up or any of that stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to start playing the video, I guess, and kind of commenting through it. But basically, well, before I started, I only have 1 fairy left in the box, and that was Wigglytuff, which I've never used ever in a playthrough of any game that I can remember in, you know, my entire time playing this game since I was like 4 years old. So it's pretty interesting. I did find... I knew that if I wanted to pull off the strat, I needed to bait Crobat second battle into using the poison move. Wigglytuff ensured that, thanks to me calculating and saying that was the most damage and guaranteed to kill. So that means I had to lead it in this fight too, which is scary because Dialga has, I think, Flash Cannon, so I think it one-shots, I can't really remember without looking at the calcs again. But yeah, so I bring probably an unusual lead. I don't know what people think about this, but these guys, Palkia and Dialga, and I settled for Wigglytuff and Butterfree. And Butterfree's got a Focus Sash, so the plan is to put Dialga to sleep, and Wigglytuff just does a Moon Blast into Palkia. I was going to originally switch out of Wigglytuff, but I decided not to. I decided to stay in. After calculating, I know that Palkia was going to go for Butterfree with Hydro Pump because it's easy to kill. So I just Sleep Powder with Compound Eyes, so it's guaranteed to hit. Easy game. And I pretty much come into this fight willing to lose Butterfree. Like, Butterfree to me is a sackable mon. I'll probably never use it again, so if it dies, cool. I was hoping for a dodge here, but it didn't happen, which is fine. So I get the sash proc. It actually crits, funnily enough. Way to go, Butterfree, hanging on. Yeah, so Moonblast is not a 2-hit KO, I believe. I think it was did just under half damage. Yeah. I think if I high rolled both Moonblast and Palkia, then I kill, but now I don't think I can kill it. So I have to put it to sleep anyways because I'm slower. And this is where their RNG comes in because, I think the sleep mechanics on this gen is that it sleeps for at least, it can't wake up same turn, so I think I'm safe on this turn, or maybe it was last turn, I don't know. The sleep thing is really weird. I think here I'm just like debating if I want to switch out Wigglytuff or what I want to do. I think I was at one point looking into sending in maybe Dragonite or Metagross, but at the end of the day, basically in this fight, that the ones I cannot lose are Wigglytuff, Metagross, Relicanth. I need all three of them for my Cyrus plan. So those guys are, I want to save them at all costs. And I'm taking a long time here because I'm doing a bunch of calcing. Pretty new to all this. Very, very slow at it, apparently. So I will skip ahead a little bit, I think. Let's see if, oh, it's got plus 30 seconds. Or we can just sit here and, we can talk it out. It's cool. Yeah, so I ended up deciding just to go for Moonblast again into Palkia. And Sleep Powder into Palkia. Butterfree outspeeds both, which is great even at 9 levels under. That's the EV training and speed really helped for this fight in particular. Dialga stays asleep another turn, which is great. So now I've guaranteed that I can kill Palkia next turn. Yeah. Now I get the special attack drop, doesn't really matter. If I would have rolled a little higher on the first Moonblast, it would have died, and that would have put me in a much better position here. So now I think what I'm debating is, basically my plan for Dialga was Polygraph, and I can't close combat Dialga right off the rip because the highest roll on Roar of Time I survived with 1 HP, so I'm obviously dead to crit, so I'm at this point accepting to risk Polygraph. But if I close combat, then he will one-shot me for certain. As you can see, that's the team for the whole thing. So I believe we're going to make the switch here into Poliwrath. Yep. And then we're just going to kill with Bug Buzz on the Palkia. Like I said, I was willing to lose Butterfree, so if Dialga wakes up and attacks, even if it flash cannons into the Wigglytuff spot, then Poliwrath's going to eat that. So down goes Palkia. Dialga's still sleeping, which is... I got very fortunate with this many turns, so now I'm going to Drain Punch. I think I'm calcing to see. I think it's a 3-hit KO with Drain Punch. But I'm also just kind of afraid to... I don't want to overthink it, right? Like, maybe I could Drain Punch close combat in the future, but I think it was something about getting the defense drop on myself that just I found very scary. I did not want to put myself through that. Here I'm like, okay, well, I think at this point I was considering, do I switch out of Butterfree to save it? I think I decided against it. Maybe it's next turn I'm thinking about it. So Dialga's asleep again. And here's the Drain Punch. I believe this now guarantees that I kill. Yeah. So the next Drain Punch definitely kills, so there's no need to close combat. But this is where I was considering switching out of Butterfree and switching into someone else, but nothing made sense, right? Because it could be any move into the Butterfree slot if it does target Butterfree. So I could be sending a Dragonite to a Roar of Time, or Metagross into an Earth Power. Well, not Earth Power because it won't work on Butterfree, but still. Yeah, I just said I'm not going to do that. I'll just let Butterfree die. Oh, I'm going to check again. Like I said, I can't lose Metagross, Wigglytuff, or Relicanth. And I really don't want to lose Dragonite either. So Butterfree is the most expendable one of this group. I think I'm sitting there doing some more calculations, and it's just not worth it. I was gonna go for Bug Buzz, and I'm like, wait, Air Slash, even if I miss, it doesn't matter, like, Poliwrath's gonna kill, so I'll give Butterfree a chance to save itself, because I'm pretty sure this is the turn it has to wake up. Yep, wakes up, and he flinches, so that was pretty cool moment there to, save Butterfree. I think, maybe I could have played that better, but it was just hard with the sleep turns. You just don't know when it's going to wake up. It could have waken up way earlier, and this fight would have been totally different. But yeah, so I take down those two. And, I mean, it looks good, but my heart was racing the whole time because you just don't know what's really going to happen with the sleeping. The sleep powder Compound Eyes is such a risky strat, but I was considering bringing Noctowl instead and trying that, but that's how barren my box is. So here's the Crobat. It's Wigglytuff, which is what I wanted. It's perfect, so I know it's going to use, I think, Cross Poison or whatever. I'm actually going to Relicanth first, because I want to set up a Stealth Rocks to break the Sash of, I think Weavile had a Sash. Somebody had a Sash that I needed to break. Also, the Stealth Rocks and some of the other mons made it so that Metagross should be able to one-hit KO with the moves I taught it. So I think right now I'm just, again, I'm calcing and trying to think how exactly I want to do this. I think I was originally going to go into Metagross first, but there's no point. Like, I just need to get Relicanth's going to take damage no matter what. But he's a thick boy. So I got him locked into Cross Poison now. He actually crits me, and I think he poisons me too. Yeah, which it's kind of meh, but again, I'm super thick. For some reason, I brought a Sash on Relicanth, which, I probably could have brought anything else. Crobat outspeeds, goes from the Cross Poison, which is fine. I get at my rocks, and that's all Relicanth was here for. And the only reason I didn't have Metagross do that is because Metagross needed Earthquake and a move to hit the Flyers. And I needed to have Rock Polish and Iron Defense. Honestly, the Iron Defense seemed pretty unnecessary, but I did not consider that, or rather I did consider Houndoom and Gyarados having Intimidate, but then I forgot that I have Clear Body, so it doesn't even matter. So I expected that I would not one-shot everything, and therefore I would need some Iron Defense help. Houndoom would not be able to one-hit KO me with any of its moves either, so here's the Rock Polish, just to get my speed up, so I outspeed everything. +4 is a little excessive, but, Crobat's not going to do anything anyways. So now I'm doing some Iron Defense, and we're just boosting our defense right now. Pretty easy. This is still really scary because Honchkrow with Sucker Punch has one roll that will kill me with the crit. So there's one roll where Metagross just straight up dies to Sucker Punch. Nothing I can do about it. Even going, +6 doesn't matter, right? That's just more for, I guess, my peace of mind. But now we go for a Thunder Punch. I don't even think this actually one-shots Crobat. But again, Crobat can't do anything to me. So this is super free. Yeah. The Cross Poison doesn't matter. The T-Punch to finish him off. The other concern I had was that since I was going to basically sweep one whole team with Metagross, is that it would go over the level cap for Volkner. Since the cap is 62, I cannot go over 62 during this fight, or else I can't use Metagross. Anyway, headset died. I guess I'm back. So yeah, Intimidate doesn't do anything because of Clear Body, which I forgot about, making Iron Defense pretty much, pretty meaningless, honestly, but better safe than sorry. Houndoom is an easy one-shot. Cyrus gets a ton of XP here. He's at the level cap now for Volkner. Metagross has been a pretty big carry for me. I've had him almost the whole run. Honchkrow comes out, and the Rock's sure that I can kill with one Thunder Punch. Now I'm just hoping that it's not Sucker Punch, and he doesn't Sucker Punch. He does have Thunder Wave, so I think he might have been going for Thunder Wave instead of Sucker Punch. I guess like the AI, from what I can tell, doesn't really play for crits, so I probably just thought Thunder Wave was a good way to slow me down, maybe. I don't know. Next is Weavile that had a Sash, so this is important to just break that. I think Weavile does have some rolls with Crunch that do kill if it crits. So I just EQ it, and it's an easy kill. So yeah, I'm very glad that this fight went a lot better in terms of setting up than some of the other ones I had, but that is mostly because... Oh, I actually didn't kill here. Oh yeah, Feint Attack. I think there were rolls to Feint Attack that I'd die if it crits. There was definitely some risk here, but at this point in the fight, even if I lost Metagross, I'd still win, but I think that I need a better strategy for this kind of stuff because, setting up is pretty useless if you just get crit. So in this fight I got super duper lucky. I had lefties, I probably could just use to focus Sash on Metagross, honestly. Just in case I did get crit, that actually probably would have been the smart play. Magnezone is super free with Earthquake. He has like, I don't even know what his ability is, but it wasn't Levitate or anything like that. So Earthquake's gonna get the job done on Magnezone. Easy game. His last is Gyarados, I think. Which again was another Intimidate user. So I thought, when I was thinking about the Intimidate stuff, I thought that Houndoom and Gyarados were going to come out first to get the back-to-back Intimidates, but ended up just not mattering at all, which was super nice. At this point I'm concerned the Metagross might overlevel. Even if it doesn't, then it's like I can't use him for anything. Like the next couple routes, getting to Sunny Shore City, or any of the trainers in the gym, he's just gotta sit there and he's going to the box, pretty much. Yep, easy. 4x Thunder Punch. So in hindsight, the rocks didn't really matter. The stealth rocks didn't matter for Weavile because it was a 2-shot anyways. But it did guarantee the kill on Honchkrow in one hit. But still, it was risky. It was a risky play. This was tough to plan for because it just felt like I had so few options that would set me up well, as in the lead for the first battle and the second battle needs to be something that was conducive to some sort of strategy. The Butterfree thing was risky, but kind of fun to use. That's the one thing with this Nuzlocke, is I've had to use so many Mons that I just never thought I would ever use in a million years, which makes that pretty fun. So overall, this is my second attempt at this. My first attempt I wiped it, Gardenia, the second Chandelier, so this attempt has gone a lot further. And honestly, the mistakes I've been making where I lose a bunch of Mons that make, these fights a lot harder, I guess, as they call it, the snowball effect, right? I keep losing my Lodex and Infernapes and, those caliber of Pokemon, just make everything a lot tougher. And honestly, I don't expect this run to go, maybe I'll get to Elite Four, but you know, with each member having 4 different teams possible and the champion having 4 different teams, it just seems like might be too much for this run. But I'm just, you know, happy to keep it going and happy that I somehow got through this without losing anyone. Like I said, basically the plan was to lose Butterfree. That was my best case scenario, and I managed to get something even better than that by keeping it around. Yeah, so I think overall from this I've kind of gleaned that substrats are nice, but if you don't have the right tool set, right, like Metagross, if Metagross can learn Sword Stance, then, you know, that plus Rock Polish, it's a game over. But because I couldn't have access to a move that boosted like that, like I think I can learn Calm Mind, but, you know, then I can't learn Thunderbolt, and I needed an electric move, you know, for Gyarados, Hauntercron, Crobat. Like I needed 1 move for all of them. I needed 2 setup moves and then 2 moves to do damage, because there's Flyers, so EQ can't hurt the Flyers, but they do really good on Houndoom and Magnezone, right? You know, even if it was something like Focus Blast, it'd be the same issue. I need 2 moves, right? So if Metagross could learn 5 moves, that'd be awesome, but you can't. So I think that's my biggest, you know, sort of regret, is that I got burned in the Galactic Headquarters because I was trying to set up and not get crit. I basically did the same thing here, except I didn't get crit. I got lucky. So it's just another thing to consider down the road. But yeah, thanks for anyone that listened, and yeah, this game is really awesome. Like even if I do lose the run soon, like I'm ready to jump back in and just start over and, you know, try new strats and new Pokemon, and yeah. But yeah, thanks guys. I'll see y'all later.